So let's just go through what rig I usually use. This is my go-to, to be honest. So we've got the braid, OMC lock hook, perfect, absolutely perfect. Right, let's get into it. So take roughly 12" of braid, like so. Right, so from there we get our chosen hook, and like I say, this is the OMC lock hook. I think these are brilliant, to be honest. Now all I do with these is a simple knotless knot. Okay, so we've gone through the back, you see that there, yeah, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and just pinch hold of that, then back through there like that, tighten that down nice and tight, and get rid of that tag end because we don't need that. So that's the basics, yeah, done. We'll go to this end quickly, and what we will do is just a normal figure of 8 knot. Obviously this is the end that will go on to your quick change through there. There we go, you can see that. Blow it on this. From there, what I will do is add the kicker. Now this is a size large kicker. What I do is I just take off sort of a few mil off the end, just to open that up slightly. So once you took that off there, then bait your needle just to make it easier. Grab hold of your loop, push that down, okay. Get that set on there, and as I say, by cutting that off, it's just gives us a bigger gap between the kicker and the hook point. It's not closed it up so much, but we're still benefiting from it, from the kicker, okay. Next is our swivel, bait swivel, that on there like so. Then our bait stop. Now these are quite finicky, especially on these OMC lock hooks, because they're such a decent gauge. They are a little bit tight, but once you're there, that's it, we're on. Now I set that just opposite the point, okay, down there. That's on, that's on. Then we'll go in anti-tangle sleeve. These are, I don't know, 40mm long. Again, just trim off the very end. So once you trim that end off, we then go through like that. Again, back through your loop, close your latch over, and start working that down. That's it. That's on there, that's on there. Now, next, let's attach our hook bait. Hook bait. So the first one I grabbed out of my bag, which is the It's a Bite UK Limited Monster Squid and Plum Coated Hard Hookers. had quite a lot of success on these, although my favourite is the spicy pepperoni and liver. So yeah, so straight through with your needle like that, then a bit of bait floss, about that much will do. Fit there. Back to his hook, through the eye on your swivel, these up here. I tend to just give them a little bit of a twist, and I'll show you for why in a moment. Okay, so onto that, close your latch over and pull everything down, so we are now just inside that now. Okay, cut a little bit of that off. Right, so why I twisted that is when we're burning this down, it tends to not separate, what gives it a bit more of a chance of not separating. I've seen it before where you get a little bit of separation there. It probably don't help that much, but it's just something I do, to be honest. But yeah, there we have my go-to rig. So let's just have a look at that. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, we're turn that over and we catch. Yeah, good rig that.